Hi everyone, this is Kimberly, and my presentation will be on the lack of access to parks and green spaces in certain communities. As we know, community residents have local parks around them, but certain communities don't have access to equitable parks in their neighborhoods. Parks in general are popular for going for physical activity, such as hiking, walking, running, jogging, and many more, and sports such as soccer, baseball, basketball, and pickleball. A few other examples could be connecting with the community by being with fellow neighbors, and as well as for mental health. Being in nature and having fresh air is important for mental health as it helps to improve the well-being, lower stress, anxiety, and depression. On the other hand, parks are very important for children as it helps to support learning by encouraging kids to gain social, emotional, physical, and logical skills. Play is a crucial aspect as it helps kids learn all of these skills to help them perform for the future. My article was about the inequity in low-income neighborhoods student access to a park. Here are some images of parks that do not have any green spaces or any playgrounds, as it has not been renovated for years. In the article, there was a quote that talked about how minorities in low-income neighborhoods across the nation struggle to find open and high-quality park and playground spaces in their communities. This is a huge struggle, as it can result to many things. Another quote was that it mentioned how, as a result, kids of color face higher risk of physical health issues such as obesity, as well as mental health struggles like anxiety, depression, and lack of concentration. Not being able to access the park can influence these decisions and create a barrier and limits a community from doing any leisure activity, especially with kids, as it can influence how they're learning by not being able to use play and any type of leisure activity. As a result of these low-income neighborhoods, they are specifically in Black neighborhoods, and the ratio between white and Black neighborhoods there's a significance. In the article, it mentioned another quote, and it talked about in Black neighborhoods, parks are half the size of parks in white neighborhoods and nearly 5 times less crowded. This is a result of the lack of green spaces in the community and the difference between a white neighborhood and a Black neighborhood. This influences how families in this community have additional constraints as they struggle to find a park near them that they are able to attend and do leisure activities and opportunities to be active in. In the article, I talked about a Black mother who lives in New York named Benora Avil and how she has 2 children and how her local park near her is not as renovated compared to parks in neighboring cities, and how she has to travel 30 minutes in order to access a park that's available for her children. And this just shows how families in this community have that additional constraint of having to face the struggle of having to commute and find other parks so that they can be active and have leisure opportunities. I believe as future recreational professionals, it is important that this is a concern to acknowledge, as all residents should be having the same equitable and inclusive environment so that they are met at their needs and be able to engage in leisure participation. Following that, these parks are accessible to them in order for them to be able to have the opportunity to have free leisure to do what they choose. I believe there should be more reason to create new parks in low-income neighborhoods and minorities, as it can encourage them to benefit their health and abilities to access these parks in a way that is not a difficulty or there's barriers that need to be overcome, and that it could be available to them within the community. This is all for my presentation. Thank you for watching.